Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to reading for the week. Oh, no, this is for mid-December. Just kidding. We're going to jump right in here. You have this cheetah card and this beaver card, so I feel like life is speeding up, clearly. The cheetah is like things are happening fast in your life. Things are starting to speed up. The beaver tells me that you are very focused on kind of building more security or building a stable foundation in your life. And you have two cards technically that would represent that. Four of Pentacles is a card of having a stable foundation. The Two of Wands kind of represents needing to leave a stable foundation to go find a new one. And we'll talk more about that in a second. But, I feel for a lot of you, another card of stability here. Stability is important, and a stable family is important as well. It's kind of funny because, I always say that I batch my readings, right? And I always do you with the water signs because your readings are always so similar. And, and it's funny that you're usually very different than the other two earth signs as well. So, I kind of feel that for, the reason I'm saying this is because something about family came up for all three water signs, and now something about family is coming up for you, and so there could be a lot of importance on family or building a family or something like that. You have the Five of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're leaving something behind that is not as successful as you want it to be. It's not even like you're leaving it behind. I feel like you're just... It's like that you can do more. That's like the feeling I get here, Virgo, is that that you can do, be, and have more. With the Five of Cups, he's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. But there's two cups behind him that lead to this bridge and this castle over here. So it's like there's something much better that could be coming in for you in life. But it's like I feel like you have to get over there and see it. Or it's like you have to get over there to that castle so that you can have it. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be kind of like leaving something behind, like an idea or something, so that you can have something better in your life. Again, he's grieving the loss of something he no longer enjoys. And then you go to the Two of Wands. The story of the Two of Wands is that this guy has rushed to a finish line, and he is standing in his castle where he has always been. And he needs to leave a comfort zone. He needs to get out into the world so he can have new experiences. But he has to take the lead to experience that progress in the first place. So for a lot of you, I feel it's time to take the lead, to leave a comfort zone. Right here, Four Pentacles, leaving a comfort zone. It's almost like you're building a new foundation, though, is what I would say here. It's kind of weird because it's like I always say, for a lot of people, I do feel that they are completely changing their career or completely changing their life. I don't necessarily think that's true for you. For some of you, obviously it's true. I'm reading for 1 billion of you. But for others, I feel that it's more, I feel that maybe you're just kind of going back to your roots almost. It's like you have certain skills. You're not maybe necessarily changing your career or your business, but you're upgrading it in some way, or you're using more of your skills in some way. And that's really what I see here for a lot of you, especially in work or career. But this could also be your love life as well. So let's see. We're clarifying with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. So that's what this deck is. With the Five of Cups, you have this friendship card. Friends are going to be very helpful for you. Again, friends, family, people who are close to you. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups can just represent your family, or it can represent your community and people around you. And I feel that those types of people in your life could be very successful or very helpful for you in general. With the Two of Wands, you have this Exaltation card. The Exaltation card kind of represents the universe blessing you. You have this new moon in Taurus. It says prosperity lies ahead. So it's like the universe wants to bless you with prosperity. And you also have this card that says the energy is gaining momentum. So it is like there is more prosperity momentum, or more prosperity opportunity for you or something like that. And love it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I love it. I think it's great. With the Four of Pentacles here, you have this Restlessness card. I would channel your restlessness. You and Leo always get this, and if you're feeling restless, or if you're feeling anxious, or if you have anxious attachment to things, I feel like having something to channel that energy into would be very beneficial. Channeling it into a business, or channeling it into a puzzle even. I don't care what it is. I always say that, to me, I think there are like two super destructive energies, guilt and restlessness. And so I would like take your restlessness and pour it into something. I don't think it matters what it is. Again, it could be a creative project, could just be you going and playing on a jungle gym or something like that. I don't care. Whatever you put, if you're channeling it, you're using it, and it's not destructive. So, there you go. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Winds of Change card. It says your surroundings will undergo a transition. We just literally said that. So there you go. You have this air card. It says seek a union of mind and spirit. Yes, I feel that these two things are coming together for you. I don't know. I feel really good about the future for you, Virgo. So, I think that you are just getting into alignment. It makes sense based off your astrology. And I feel like some of you have felt like an alien for years, like you don't belong, or, like people don't understand you, or people don't understand where you're coming from. And, it's like now you're starting to feel like they do. It's like you're coming into alignment, and that is changing your surroundings, is definitely what this is saying. You have the King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Hangman, and the Eight of Swords. The King of Pentacles is a card of stability. Could also be a Taurus. By the way, if you want love, you've had Taurus all up in your business for, I don't know, like, a couple months now. So definitely could be a Taurus coming in for some of you if you want love. Doesn't have to be. Could be any sign. The King of Pentacles, though, is, if you want love, could be a person who's very stable, successful. King of Pentacles I look at as a person who wants things to work, who actually wants to make things work. And I definitely feel that for you. I also feel you could be just creating a lot more success in your life in general with the King of Pentacles, so love it. Looks really, really good to me. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, so I feel like there's just a lot of good stuff coming in for you. I look at the Ten of Cups as the choosing to be happy. These people are standing in the real world, and they are looking at those 10 cups. They are choosing to have a celebration. And I think this is very important right now because there's like a lot of reasons not to be happy, right? And I don't want to be like, I don't think this is like some doomsday prediction or anything like that. But again, I think that there are going to be a lot more reasons not to be happy in the future, right? And so we really need to choose happiness so that we go the other direction, right? I believe that we need to move more towards love, joy, and happiness because the other direction is not as good. It's bad. So, there probably could be more craziness in the world, more banks collapsing, more stuff going on. But it's like I would choose happiness, not the other thing, because, again, I think that's what we need to choose. And again, I would do more things that bring more love, joy, and happiness into your life. If you do that, then other people will do it, and then we can get out of this mess, right? So there you go. You have the Hangman and the Eight of Swords, so I do feel that some of you could be a little bit stuck in some area of your life. Eight of Swords says you're only seeing one way of doing things. Hangman says you have all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to move forward in a new direction. So I feel that just this is saying be a little bit more flexible in how you accomplish your goals. I actually feel this is very simple. Like whatever you're trying to accomplish, and if you're having a hard time accomplishing it, then I feel this is saying you just need to open up to other ways of doing things. You just need to open up to all the possibilities, right? So let's see. With the the King of Pentacles, you have this domination card here. I would be, other people have had this, and I would be careful of that dominating energy of people trying to like force their ideas on you or whatever. So if you have people like that, I would be careful of that for sure. With the Ten of Cups, you have this Pisces card. This card says vision. We have a lot of energy in Pisces, strong energy, Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. So I think it's super important for everyone to have a specific vision that they are working towards. This does not mean that you can only accomplish that one thing, but I would have like some sort of North Star, some sort of idea on something bigger than you that you want to accomplish, something that you can kind of use as a guiding light, as a North Star, right? So I would come up with something. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I want to save the whales or anything like that. It could be whatever is important to you, but I would come up with some sort of like mantra or like a purpose to live by or something that's important to you. And again, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is, but it just will help you with this decision making. It's like my whole mantra that I discovered over the past 2 years is helping people make their dent in the universe. I've literally starting a startup called Dent Makers and working on that. And like everything I do now, it just goes in that direction. It's like everything I do before I do it, I'm like, is this going to help people make their dent? If the answer is yes, I do it. If the answer is no, I don't do it. Plain and simple. right? So I'm not saying this to brag or anything, but I'm saying it because, again, I think like having a place to make decisions from will make your life easier. And I think it has to do with your vision, like what you see your future life being, right? With the Hangman, you have this birth card. I would be careful of getting pregnant if you're not trying to get pregnant. Every single person in 2024 has had something about pregnancy, so seems to be a very fertile year, but it is a very fertile time. The reason is we have all this energy right now in Taurus. Sorry, I made the mistake of using brand new decks for the Oracle cards, and they lay perfectly flat, and I can't get them off the table. But anyway, you have this prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. You have this energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon card. So, with all the energy in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, we have a lot of energy there that I believe is, very fertile. And so, if you're not trying to get pregnant, be careful. But also, if you're working on a business, a career, if you're working on just anything like your health, your spirituality, anything that can grow, now is the time to really nurture those things into existence. I've been telling people for like the past 2 years as well that anything you work on, I would treat it like a garden. You have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, take care of it, give it sunlight, all that other stuff. So, I would be looking at anything you're working on in that way because that will lead to success, guaranteed success. You have the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. I definitely feel there could be love coming in for you here with the Lovers. Very solid love connection if you don't already have it. If you do, if you already have love, looks good. There's really nothing to say. Looks good to me. If you don't have love, like I said, I kind of feel if you don't have love that, that some of you are maybe at a crossroads in life if you don't have what love and want it specifically. I feel that you're at a crossroads, and I feel you're about to pick a path, right? You're about to pick a direction, and picking that direction is the thing that might bring love into your life. Like maybe you're like, oh, I want love, but I'm not sure if I want to move or travel or, what you want to do. I kind of feel like, I don't know, it's popping into my head that some of you could be like moving somewhere because of a job, and then you find like the love of your life at the job or something like that. So if you're making a change, that could be bringing love into your life. We have a lot of cards of momentum here in this reading. Obviously, you have that card that says the energy is gaining momentum, prosperity lies ahead. And then you have this, and there was something else about growth, or whatever. It doesn't matter. What I would say is this is a card of momentum. And so anything you can do that creates more momentum in your life, I think is what I would do. It's kind of funny because I've been working with a lot of people on YouTube, helping them grow their YouTube channels and things like that. And so many of those people have come to me and they're like, this video, I did this one video and, this other video has worked really well for me. And I always tell those people, okay, create that video again. And they're like, the same video? I'm like, yes, the same exact video, create it again, because it's like it's already got momentum, and there's no rule that says you can't create the same thing twice. So it's like I've helped a lot of people grow very quickly just by having them basically create a better version of what they already created, and that's what I'm talking about here with momentum. It's like, is any area of your life where things are moving forward successfully, just recreate the success in a better way. Double down on your successes, right? Upgrade it in some way. That's literally how I blew up this channel. It's like I started working, the first thing I think I worked on was my thumbnails, right? And so I started working on the thumbnails, I found something that worked, and then I learned more about thumbnails. That's how you double down on success. You find something that is working or kind of working for you, and then you learn more about it, and then you try more things, right? And then you experiment. Then you find more of what works. Then you double down on that. That's literally what I did. It's not rocket science. Trust me, I'm not a rocket scientist, right? I failed math my whole entire life. How I graduated high school, no clue. So, again, if I can do it, you can do it, and that's what I would do here. Gain momentum. Do things that build momentum. You have the Nine of Wands, experimentation. That's what I'm talking about, experimentation. Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance, but it is also a card of like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So it is my card of experimentation, finding new, better ways to do anything that you're doing in your life. That will lead to a lot of success for you. So let's see where this is going for you, Virgo. With the Lovers, you have this discrimination card. This is about telling what's right or wrong. It's like not like discrimination like we think of it, like racism or something. It's more being able to tell the difference between what's good and bad for you. And I feel you have learned about that in love, and you're attracting a better love connection. Definitely gives me Earth vibes, so it could be an Earth sign. You have the Knight of Swords. With the Knight of Swords, you have this enthusiasm card. Yes, it's like when things work, typically you're like more enthusiastic about the things that work in your life. And enthusiasm is a very important energy right now, I believe. I believe we should all be following our enthusiasm. If something makes you feel excited, move in that direction. It will be more successful. With the Nine of Wands, you have this egotism card. This is a card of like releasing ego, yes, but I would also just be careful of anyone from your past who has an ego. I would just be careful of that. plain and simple. There's nothing more to say about that. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this diligence card. You also have this patience card. I feel like you have been diligent and patient, and now you are being rewarded. And it's kind of funny because I feel like there might be a moment this year, 2024, where all of a sudden I'm hearing the word discovered, where it's like maybe some of you are being discovered, or maybe some of you are like growing very quickly all of a sudden, or something like that. It's almost like the energy has caught up to you, all of your hard work, your patience, everything like that. We also see that right here as well with the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about being patient. It is a card of transformation as well. And, all your readings, every single reading I do for you, you have a butterfly, except for like the last reading I did for you. And you don't have one in this reading either, which is interesting. But, that could change in a minute. And what I would say here is that I feel for a lot of you that you could be going through a transition or a transformation with the Temperance card, but it's like a good one. Next, you have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're ending some sort of never-ending nightmare in your life. I feel like there's been a repeated, pain in your life. It could be maybe you always go through the same type of heartbreak. Maybe you always, end up having the same type of hurt in a relationship. But it could also be work. It's like maybe you always get very excited about your ideas, and then they don't work out. And, I kind of feel like it's almost like, I wouldn't say you're breaking a curse, but it's almost as if you feel like you are cursed in some area of your life and you're breaking the curse. You have the Four of Swords. I would also say that it's definitely time to rest, relax, recover. I think next year is going to be a super busy year for you. So I would make sure to collect your energy right now because you're going to need it, is what I feel like saying. So looks amazing. And again, I feel like you're moving towards a lot of prosperity, and that could be why you're going to be super busy next year, is because you are more prosperous, you are finding more success, so you need the energy. With the Temperance card, you have this eccentricity card. Crazy. Multiple water signs had this in their last row, so you could be. I kind of feel like two things. Number one, you could be attracting someone who is eccentric in love, but also you could be moving towards more eccentric opportunities. Like you could be working on businesses or ideas that are a little bit out there, but, a lot of success. With the Nine of Swords, you have this intuition card. I would definitely trust your intuition. I feel like you are very intuitive at this time, and I would tap into your intuition. With the Four of Swords, you have the status card. Yep, this is my fancy couple card. It's Taurus, by the way, right here, Jupiter and Taurus. We have Jupiter and Taurus right now. So if you haven't found love, you could be finding this person during Jupiter and Taurus. Definitely love coming in for you. Definitely a solid connection, a lot of happiness. So love it. Looks amazing. We're going to pull 5 main themes now and see what is going on for you. I feel there's a lot of clarity coming in for you. You have this this November card, and then this card that says Forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. I think things have been very unclear. I think things have been, kind of more hidden, or it's been hard to see things clearly. And I feel like you are seeing things clearly now. You have this archway. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yes, definitely new opportunities coming in for you, especially if you want love. I feel like there could be, really good new opportunities coming in for you here. You have this pale card. It says time to get out of a situation. I feel like anything that's not working, I see you more focused work-wise as well. It's popping into my head as work, I feel like you're actually not going to be spreading yourself too thin, and I also feel like you're looking at focused opportunities is kind of what's popping into my head. I don't know. It's I feel like you're getting a bigger bang for your buck for the things that you're doing as well. As far as work is concerned, I'm not saying you're ignoring small opportunities, but it's almost like if you're a freelancer or something, it's you're only taking jobs that are more expensive, or you're only going after bigger clients. It's that type of thing here. But it could be opportunities. It could be anything that you're working on. I think it's a good thing, whatever it is. You have this cracked cup card. It says dissatisfaction with life. I feel like you need to look at the things you use to avoid dissatisfaction with life. It's almost again, I'm not calling you out here or anything like that, Virgo, but just intuitively what I'm getting is that there might be things that you do to avoid having to be dissatisfied. It's maybe you bury yourself in a relationship and you use it as an escape. I kind of feel again, not a criticism, but I feel like you need to look at the things you use as an escape and get rid of those things. And I feel like you have to, it's almost like the reading, this part of the reading is saying you need to fix the dissatisfaction so you can get rid of it. You have this carriage card. It says a journey, either physical or mental. Definitely a journey here. There's a lot of stuff here about like some sort of change or travel. Didn't I say something about that? I'm kind of losing my mind today, but I feel like I said that you might be moving and you could find love, for example. And if that is true, if you are moving, it's almost like you get a job somewhere and you meet like the love of your life. So if you're doing that, that could definitely be happening for you, but it could be other opportunities as well. It's like, maybe you move and for a job, but then you find another job. It's like I see weird things like that happening in my head where it's like you move for a job, it's okay, maybe it supports you, but then you get another opportunity like where you just moved to. But it's like if you didn't move, you wouldn't have gotten the opportunity in the first place. So I kind of see those stepping stones like moments happening for you. But I would also, the other thing is I would also be looking, or I would be taking advantage of any opportunity that takes you outside your comfort zone, because that might be where you find a stepping stone moment, right? It's like maybe you get an opportunity to go to like a work conference or something like that, and it's like outside your comfort zone. Maybe it's an option, like maybe your boss is just like, you could do this, and then you do it and you find some other opportunity. So again, I feel like I don't know what I'm trying to say other than I feel like your opportunities this year are coming from, I'm talking about the rest of this year into 2024. They're coming from like those stepping stone moments. So I would take advantage of any type of stepping stone, or even, again, it's kind of weird because you might not even notice that it is a stepping stone, but it is. So pretty interesting reading. I like where this is going. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your month.